Hello, guys. So I'm gonna be honest. This is the fifth time I have tried to record this video. We had some power issues where I live due to like bad weather and everything, so my computer restarted, and for some reason it also like restarted a lot of my sound settings. Like I can't even get the speakers on my computer to work, so I can't listen to music without headphones. But what the point of this video is, I want to do a kind of like a storytelling or details about the story of the video that I uploaded the other day. Kind of giving you guys more details about what happened in the Welcome to video. I probably won't get to the details in this video about what the Let's Play is going to be about, but right after this video uploads, I am going to upload another video explaining what I am going to be doing. So I am gonna go ahead and watch this video and kind of give like my little side notes and everything. And yeah, so the first scene or the first couple scenes is just kind of introducing the main characters. So this is Vivian. She is a teenage spellcaster. She lives with her parents. And then the next character we have is Magnus. Him and his mother just moved into this small town because she got a new job. So Magnus here is also a teenager. Magnus's mom is single. His mom is also human, and Magnus is a vampire. So the story of that is that Magnus's mother fell in love with a vampire, and she got pregnant. And once she shared the news of her pregnancy, vampire daddy split. he was out. So she has been raising Magnus, her vampire child, all by herself. This scene I absolutely hate. There was no like animations for a school that I can find, so I just did like a pose of her waving at him, and then I moved the camera by myself, and it's very poor. I don't like it. I didn't want to mess up any of my camera settings because like there's ways you can do it, but I've been like I don't want to mess it up because I probably won't be able to fix it. So I'm like maybe next time. So this is my first video. I'm no pro. I'm not saying I'm a pro. This probably isn't even my best work. I mean, I do enjoy it still, but I'm going to leave it to the people who can do it professionally. This scene right here is probably one of my favorites. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, I have to use this. It's so cute. It did take a little bit to record, though, because everybody kept on walking in front of her, or there'd be like a celebrity visiting the park, and like people would be taking photos, paparazzis would be, or like there'd be fans screaming. And not only that, at one point her dad showed up, and I'm like, no, you can't be here, sir. So I had to make him leave. This is just them basically getting to know each other a little bit and talking. Their relationship moves pretty fast, but I mean, it's like first love, or love at first sight, I should say. In order to show her as a spellcaster, because you guys can't tell by the way she looks, the next scene is her showing Magnus her powers. And then he walked her home, being such a gentleman. The next part I thought was really, really cute too. I just thought it was adorable. It did take me a little bit to get him walking away correct, because even now he's running away. So at one point he was running, and I'm like, oh no, that's not gonna work. And then the next time he all of a sudden got confident, so he was like, had his chest puffed out, and he was like walking all funny. I'm like, no, we can't do that. So I had him do it again, and he did run again, but he's trying to get away before her parents see. That's what I'm going with. So this right here, it's not the same night. It is, to me, it's supposed to be a couple weeks later at least, for this to happen, because there's time in between this. I wanted to add like a marker saying it was a little bit later, but I knew I was gonna make this type of video explaining what was going on, and I just figured I would do it then. Couldn't find an animation, so I had to use pictures of her sneaking out. I think I do it again too, but they do end up sneaking out and going on like a little mini date. I did use a lot of the like in-game animations, so like they're stargazing right now, and then I believe the next part he is like caressing her face, and then of course like the first kiss as well. So I did use the kissing, or like the kiss interaction, and I forgot when they do that, they usually grab their butts, and I'm like, oh no. So I'm like, it's fine, I'm already recording it, I'm not worried about it. But I did tell them to go like walk separate ways, and they like ignored my command and started talking, and then they walked away. So I just left it. I figured it was them telling each other bye. And then probably this next scene when she's walking in the house in slow-mo, it's probably another one of my favorites. So the reason why her dad, you guys are gonna hear my chair squeak. I'm adjusting. I've been sitting in a computer chair all day, in front of a computer. So the reason why her dad is yelling at her is he does not approve of their relationship. So her parents, obviously they're an older couple, but their marriage or relationship was actually arranged by their parents. Back in their time, I guess you can say, they, it was like forbidden to be with a different type of oculate, so like another vampire or alien or mermaid or whatever other oculates there is. There's a bunch that's in game, but so they don't approve of it. So that's why he's yelling at her. Her dad is more disapproving of it, and then her mom, she disapproves of it as well, but she's a little more understanding. I don't show that part in this video. I should have, but again, I am making this video for a reason, to give more details. A little sad scene of her crying. Here there's actually a suitcase next to her with, there was, like, I think I added, like, some shirts, some shoes to make it look like she's packing. This is the next morning, so that's why there's sun shining out, and when she goes to sneak out, there's also sun coming through. I made sure to dress her in, like, black to make it look like she's being sneaky. This adorable little animation that I absolutely love, when I saw it, 'cause when I was going through the animations online, I was like, I have to use this somehow. And luckily enough, it fits perfect in this little scene. It's basically Magnus showing that, you know, he's there for her and he's not going anywhere. They're just so cute. So his mom comes out, and this little sweet moment is basically them kind of explaining what's going on, and like his mom being more understanding than her parents, than Vivian's parents, because she is human, but she was at one time in love with a vampire, and you know, with that love came Magnus. So she's very supportive, and you know, she basically it's, you know, once you find love, hold on to it, because you know, it's hard to come by. You gotta treasure it. So she helps them, you know, get away and everything. So she like gets them a cab and like pays for their apartment until they can get on their feet. And also, these like little car snippets took me forever, because like the cars in the background of like the city and stuff, they go so fast, so you have to like be very quick. And I had to slow down these clips so much in order to like get a decent like angle and like speed going, and it took forever. I think I followed like 5 different taxis. Of course, I chose like the smallest, crappiest apartment. This is showing how little they have. Um, Vivian worrying about what's going on. This very quick, oh, well, it's already passed, but it was actually a jar. So that jar is just a way of showing that they're saving money. They do get jobs, so. And this is her showing, or it's supposed to be her adding money to the jar. I forgot to like add like some simoleon symbols to make it look like she's adding money. I kind of wish that this jar, when you add money, it would fill up, but it does not, unfortunately. Um, and then in the next scene, you can see that they now have furniture, and they're aging up to young adults. Magnus has already aged to a young adult. I didn't get to record him, but I did record Vivian, and it took her a bit to blow out the candle. Funny thing about this scene, so this is the same day he proposed to her on her birthday. But the first time I had him propose to her, she said no. And like I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you're supposed to follow along the story. What are you doing? So I had to like make them both flirty in order for her to say yes. So here, which is kind of obvious, they're buying land. So these like broken down like walls and everything. If you guys watch the tour video of the academy, you in the back, I think towards the end, like when I showed like the backyard, there is actually like I don't want to call it arena because it's not an arena, but like a like battlegrounds area, you can say, where there's like broken down pillars and everything. So I kept that, and that's what these are from. It's showing, it's marking where that was. So I wanted to keep that bit. Again, so there is time between this. So on her birthday, they did get engaged. They did buy the property, but later on they got married. I again did not put like a time card showing when, how long it's been, but they did have a private wedding in their first area. They had their first kiss and everything. This here and on is the reason why I put the viewer's discretion advised in the beginning, because it does talk kind of show like fertility issues and everything. So she doesn't get, it's negative the first time. Each time that you see a pregnancy test in the shot, it's a different like month. So like I tried to make sure that she was wearing different clothing to show that it was like a different time. And then they finally conceive. This is Magnus working on the academy. This is later on in the pregnancy as well. They're just taking a break. They were working on the academy and they're taking a break, being all cute and snuggly. But later on that day, they do go home and something doesn't feel right. So they go to the hospital and they find out the bad news. This is supposed to be, again, later on after the loss. And this is actually in another animation of them. It's a talking animation. So this is basically her saying, even though they lost the baby and everything, she still wants to continue with the academy. So the academy, they didn't know what to build. They just knew they wanted to like build a property or buy a property and build something. When they found out they were pregnant, they decided to build a school so that they can raise their kid in a good environment around other oculates who would be accepted no matter what, and like they can basically just they can love whoever they want, they can do whatever they want. Just because you're a different oculate doesn't mean you have different roles, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain. Then painting, finishing it up, and then once it's finished, which, before it gets to the next really cute scene, I did build this school myself, or this academy. It took me probably a total of 3 days. I'm not sure how many hours, but I would do it as soon as I got off work, and which was like 8 p.m., and then I'd work until like 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. sometimes. So I didn't calculate the hours, but I did build this myself. There is many rooms, which I did make a tour video, so you guys can look at all the rooms. There's quite a few rooms that I'm very proud of, but there's also a few rooms that I did not show in the tour video, which I will talk about later on. But they are now adults, so they're really cute. I love it. So this right here, this is the like animation your sim does when they're sick. So the story behind this is that you know, he even though he is a vampire, and I think the only way that they can die in game is through like burning in the sun. Well, I didn't want him to do that. So yes, he is a vampire, but he is also part human too because of his mom. So he ended up getting some type of illness, and they unfortunately did not catch it in time. And this is when she found out, you know, he passed away. Which took me forever to get this pose correct, because it was very hard figuring it out. This is her obviously grieving. There is time between this grieving and the next grieving. It's not like the same day. So when I built this school, I was decorating the like garden area. I did not have a plan for any kind of story. I just knew that I wanted to build an academy, and like I want this and this to happen. So this statue actually was what brought the idea of like making this little story and like teaser and like the full story and everything. So I was wanting to use this statue. I'm like, oh, this can be the founder of like the academy or something. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I could, you know, this could be like his memorial, and like he has a wife, and and all these ideas was like flying out of my head and everything. So this statue is actually, I think, supposed to be like an evil guy or like something like that. I'm not exactly sure. But I was like, well, maybe I can make a sim that looks like him. So I took like a bunch of screenshots of his face and everything. And when I went to go make the sim, which was now Magnus, when I clicked the like Oculate vampire option, the very first male sim, or the first sim in general that popped up, almost looked exactly like this guy. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Destin. This is freaking awesome. So the only thing I had to change was like his hair color and like style, and like remove a couple scarring on his face, and like maybe thin out his like jawline and everything, because this gentleman has a very long jaw, which I tried to make Magnus look like him as much as possible. I think I did pretty good, but I could be wrong. But in order to get this crying scene, I actually have he actually died in game, because I'm evil and I like to kill Sims. But in game, he actually his almost said casket. That's not right. His tombstone is actually right here, so that I put it in front of it so she would cry and make it look like she's crying to the statue. And if I'm talking very loud, I do apologize. Like I said, my mic settings have been very messed up, and it's getting on my nerves, so I'm hoping this video is not that bad. I'm trying to like keep away from the mic, but I'm very excited. I drank coffee today, like very early this morning. Well, early to me. I drank it at work, and I was hoping, you know, it'd give me energy. It's now, let's see, I go to work at 11 a.m. It's now 10:37 p.m. and it's now kicking in. So it's a little late to the game. There's also time between the crying and this as well. Basically, this is just showing, you know, her like, you know, finally deciding that she wants to finish her and Magnus's dream and open up the school. So this is her cleaning, preparing for that. then this little part, not her standing there part, but this part going into the door and it going into like the ending, I absolutely love. It worked out better once I put everything together. It worked out pretty good. Making this little video was a very big challenge. So I think building the house or building the academy took me about 3 days. Getting all of the snippets and little clips that I needed for this video, once I decided I wanted to make a little teaser, it probably took me another 3 or 4 days. At the end of it, I had 79 little clips that I had to include and to put into one. So I was like, okay, this is going to take forever. Luckily, my computer came in with a like video like editing thing where I can combine everything, which helped me out so much, because if not, I would have worked even longer on this. But yes, so I've probably been recording for a very long time, honestly. I, as you guys know, love to talk. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. I am going to give more details right after this video is done uploading. Within the next hour, there should be another video uploading explaining what the Let's Play is about. This one was just kind of I wanted to give more information about the story. If there is some details that you guys want to know about, like if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I try to respond to every single comment that I get. I don't get a whole lot, which is perfectly fine to me. I just like interacting with you guys and everything. So any questions, leave them below. I'll answer them the best I can. Yeah, so like I said, next video will be the details of the Let's Play. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.